Welcome to the Best 5-Minute Wine Podcast. I'm your host, Forrest Kelly. From the seed to the glass, wine has a past. Our aim at the Best 5-Minute Wine Podcast is to look for adventure at wineries around the globe. After all, grape minds think alike. Let's start the adventure. Our featured winery is... Okay, Alex, let's get down to it. At Fullerton Wines, which wine is your most popular?
So our Three Otters label is what we make the most of. And Three Otters Pinot Noir, which is a blend of vineyards from throughout the Willamette Valley again. That's our most popular wine, I guess, if you look at production. And that is something special about us, too, is we don't make all the wines the same. We like to optimize each vineyard, and we do a lot of different production techniques. So we like to experiment. Sometimes the experiments work out, and then we move that direction. Sometimes we don't like it as much and move away from that direction. And Three Otters really gets a huge diversity of different things while still maintaining what it is to be a Willamette Valley Pinot Noir, which is a little bit lighter, easy, approachable, but still with lots of flavor, some spice and earthiness, and then red tone fruit. Sometimes leaning into a little bit of darker fruit, but generally a redder aspect to the fruit profile. And that really is what we're going for in Three Otters Pinot.
Okay, that's a little different name for a wine, even by Oregon standards. So explain that origin for me.
Three Otters, that does come from our family crest. Yes. Fullerton is my last name. It's of Scottish origin, not Scandinavian. And on the old 13th century Scottish family crest for Fullerton are three little otter heads. So our Three Otters label is named in honor of our family crest.
Your other line is Five Faces.
Yeah, so Five Faces is an acronym for my family. So there's five of us, and our initials spell Faces. And that's my big little brother, who is 6'10", Philip, spelled with an F. It's the Scandinavian spelling. And then I'm Alex, and my little sister Caroline. Luckily spelled the non-Scandinavian way, otherwise we'd be the Five Fakes. And then Eric and Suzanne, my parents.
And are your parents still active in the winery?
Yeah, so
That's awesome.
We started in 2012, and they are two of the hardest working people that I know. Without them, we would not have a thriving wine company. My goal is to give them more free time.
As we close out our conversation, Alex, tell me about your tasting rooms, and then looking at your website, I see you've been quite active with virtual tasting rooms.
Our tasting room is all outdoors right now. So we actually bought some gazebos, and we are allowed to have 3 of the parking spots outside of our tasting room, which I should clarify is in downtown Portland. So we're an urban tasting room setting. We do have a little tasting room set up in the winery in Corvallis. If you come taste there, it'll be me or one of my 2 assistants in the winery.
The winery's in Corvallis.
And that's our old tasting room. That's where I am right now, our vineyard and our world headquarters. So we've been doing a lot of virtual tastings, which we have 2 main options. You can always curate yourself, but 2 options for tastings that will send it out to people, and then they can join on a Zoom call. And we have actually quite a lot of success with those. People are interactive. I even enjoy hosting them. Well, we're using Google Meets, actually.
Let's make sure that we get all of your contact information on the web and phone numbers.
So www.fullertonwines.com. If you want to reach out, you can email me at alex@fullertonwines.com or email info@fullertonwines.com. Yeah, and if you want to call, you can call 503-544-1378.
Thank you for listening. I'm Forrest Kelly. This episode of the Best 5-Minute Wine Podcast was produced by iHizzle. If you like the show, please tell your friends and pets and subscribe. Until next time, pour the wine and ponder your next adventure.
This is Doug Vincent with the podcast Walk and Roll Live, Disability Stories. In 1956, I contracted polio. Thanks to my loving parents, I've lived a full, rich life over the past 67 years. Join me as I share my journey and uncover inspiring stories of resilience. This podcast is a platform for survivors of disability and those who champion services for the disabled community. Tune in on Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, whatever your favorite podcast platform is. Let's walk and roll together on this incredible journey of strength and empowerment.